but if you close your eyes.
Hello and welcome back, my students, to the one and only Maritime Noob to Pro series, where I will be showing you all the tips and tricks that the veteran Maritimers used to get where they are now. Now today we will be learning the final primary grind you will need to do. That is in fact the melee grind. There's multiple ways to do it, but before we get to that, a person left a comment on my last video that I would like to answer for each and every one of you. Craig Blaze asked me a question. He asked, Havok, I was wondering about how a lot of the top Maritimers actually utilize as many skills as you're discussing here. From what I have heard, most of the top Maritimers have about all the battle skills, which is over 25. So if you have almost 25 battle skills, that doesn't leave room for both trade and adventure. Can you give example of your stats? Thanks. Well, to answer that, the easiest way is to come onto my stat list, my skills. Now, I have 50 skills from leveling up. I have 1 skill point from St. Petersburg that everybody gets. I used the 3 skill note astro item that gives you 3 additional skill points. I have 5 skills in the skill notes. I have 5 skills in my archives. Now, what I did as far as trade, I went with sewing, fabric trading, and accounts. Went with cooking, storage, and management skill. Went with caution, wares, casting, and alchemy. Went with sociability and alcohol trading on this tree. Over here, I went with handicrafts, and I went with body language. Now the reason why I chose those is on an alt, I would do all these trading skills, so that way when I go to do a NAM banner, I need to buy bulk items, I'll just fleet with them with my alt. And I will have these trade skills. So therefore on my main tune, I can have all my production skills, my management skills, all that, and some additional trading skills that I need for doing like my sewing level 15 sails that I use for battle. For my guns and plates that I use, I have to have wares trading level 5. So I have that on this tune for casting. But I mean, I pretty much have not used a lot of the trade skills. For battle skills, it's a lot different. You'll see that I have all of this tree, everyone out of this tree. I have gunfire, but I did not pick up sniping because I don't use guns on land or anything, so sniping was not useful for me. I have the repair and shipbuilding tree. I have the leadership tree all the way up to mine laying. First aids, pathology, surgery, firefighting, lookout. I don't have request reinforcement. It's one thing that I'm about to pick up once I get done with all my grinding. I'm going to drop reloading and I'm going to pick up request reinforcement. Now for adventure, you'll see that I picked up the sail handling tree. I picked up the surveying tree. I picked up survival. I don't have fishing. I used fishing to get to survival, and then I dropped fishing. I don't use provisions, marching, or procurement. I think procurement I have in my quarters though. Then over here we have the search skill. Have most of it. I did not get mine detection or throwing. I have the rescue and salvage tree. For adventure skills, I have the archaeology, I have theology, I have biology, I do not have trapper eradication, I have ecological research in my archives, I have appraisal and art, I do not have whining and dining and persuasion. Now, for languages, I have just Portuguese because I have body language, so I don't need any of the other languages. Now, I do have a floating skill that if I'm doing adventure and I need a certain language, I will go pick up that language for that floating skill. So, that about covers it for all my skills. That's how I managed to be able to be a trade toon, an adventure toon, and a primary battle toon. I can still adventure anytime I want to, I can still trade anytime I want to, and most importantly, I'm able to do my battle stuff. So, Craig, I hope that this helped you kind of understand how I have my setup going. Yes, I have spent money in the game to be able to allow me to build this setup, but after it's done, I have no complaints. I would not change the way that I have my skills, how I spent my skill points, how I got the extra skills. Well worth it. Now, if you stick around until the end, I have news and information about various things going on with my channel, so make sure you stick around for that. But for now, let's get on with the tutorial. To do this grind, you will need to unlock San Francisco. I will leave a link in the description to a player's guide to unlocking San Francisco. It's also a very good company member of a good company. He's well known in the merchant chat. Some people will know him. It's UWO. But once you have San Francisco unlocked, you enter it. You have access to buy good sets of armor. You have good set of 16 gate cannons and 16 gate rapid fire, 16 gate chimneys. Anything you need to be able to get, you can get there. So from San Francisco, what you want to do is you want to take a trip to Ganador, which is done from the San Francisco docks. You click on the Ganador transport, it'll bring you here to where I am right now. You will want a good ship. What I am using right now is a custom Santa Catalina. I'm a little bit low on durability, but it's all the way up to like 1428, I think. It's got good turn, good wave, good armor. It's got good sail power. It's definitely got the crew to be able to do this melee grind. Now, I advise doing it in the correct job because you want to be in the correct job in order to get the favored skill. So I'm doing it in Sword Fighter. Me and another player, we went and did the quest and everything to be able to unlock it. Now, as always, I have all my melee skills in my skill notes, which gives an extra 20% proficiency to them. Make sure you're running a 50% booster. That gives 50%. Your favored skill gives another 50%. Skill notes give 20% extra proficiency. Fill up my crew real quick before I forget. So, there's three different levels of, there's multiple levels of Ganador, which I will show you right now. I go to plan mission, select. There's these green names, there's the red names, there's the orange names, the yellow names. At the bottom there's white name. For today, I'm just going to show you the green name because it requires no Patriot awards. But the difficulty of the one you want to choose, the colored name, is purely on what difficulty you and your ship can handle. So for the purpose of the video, I'm going to do a green name. No Patriot Awards. Know that you cannot come in here and instantly find Francis Drake or certain name that I'm doing, because the names vary on the era in which you have, what titles you have. So just look at the names, pick which ones you want to try, and go for it. If you seem like they're too strong for you, go pick another one. Try to do another one, see if you can do it better. So I will go on and select him. Alright. Go back into this and do details on the one you just made and begin it. Get my temporary purchase order for the day. Since you are doing a melee grind, you want to make sure that you have a lot of water. You want to make sure you have a lot of timber. Lumber, you do not need as many munitions. You're just going out here for melee grinding, that's it. You will want to make sure you have plenty of vigor food, which I'm a little bit low, but I'm doing this just for the video. I will not be doing the grind in actuality. Make sure when you go to do this, you're not wearing any equipment that will be damaged by sailing for durability. And after that, you're pretty much set after you equip your platings. I have no guns. I'm not planning on doing any shooting, so I don't need to have any guns on. So you just set sail. You'll be greeted by the sea. Make sure you turn on surveying so you can see everything. Lookout's not bad to have on, just so that way you can see the ships as you're going. I will be featuring several videos from Ganador here shortly. I still have I have 2 more cannon grinding videos to show you. A mine laying video that should be coming out later tonight, because I was sick. I didn't get this one done in time, so I'll be doubling up today to bring you this and mine laying. But you're just gonna sail, and the goal is whenever you do Ganador normally, you're going for the boss fight. But for the purpose of this grind, that's not what you want to do. You're actually looking for the NPCs to fight that are not the boss. And get my ship back up. Yeah, 1428 durability whenever it's max dura. Now for me, I know if I keep going this direction, the boss is right about this area on the survey map. So I will go on and turn right now over to this fleet over here. Now once you're in here, go on and cut off your server. Give yourself evasion. I would go on and do a boardage. And for the sake of things, if you have it, no, I don't have him equipped as a lieutenant, so I don't have double shot defense, but I'll throw on smoke shot just for the sake of having it. Now once you're inside here, work on your gunfire first. Now this is a lot easier if you have somebody else with you to surge for you. But where I do not, it's going to be harder to do. Make sure you're prepped to be able to use leadership if you have disorder whenever you come out of this. Like right now, I'm going to go on and start using tactics because he's doing just a little bit too much to me. And this is why you want to have plenty of vigor food so you can surge. Right now you need to bell off so that way you can surge, because if you keep doing this then you're going to get really messed up really quick. Now again, I'm actually going to go with tactics this time to start it out with. Pretty much the basis of what you're doing here, you're just wanting to use whichever skill you really need to work on. So I'll do tactics a little bit, I'll do gunfire, basically trying to maximize my numbers and minimize their numbers. So I'm going to go back and forth from using tactics to gunfire until they're both maxed. Like the max effectiveness is done with. Now for some people they have a lot better stats than me. These are just base numbers of my melee abilities, and I don't have very good melee abilities, not gonna lie. And I'm about to get messed up really bad. I would say probably a good thing would be, if you did bring cannons out, shoot everybody down but one. But you're just going to go until you can't go no more. Right now I'm using my last spell of withdrawal. I should have picked up more from Ganador, but I didn't. And now this is going to really hurt me. Unless I manage to get a lucky retreat. But more than likely, this is where I'll die on this round. Yeah, see, I just got beat. It will take you back to the port, and you can just recrew up. Now, there's no point in me going back out there. I messed up. I didn't get Bells of Withdrawal before I did, so I will cancel the Ganador. But all you're really wanting to do is go out there, maybe shoot down a few ships, grind, do your thing. Now, Bells of Withdrawal, come over to this peddler before you go out there, because I messed up on doing that. They have unlimited supplies, so buy yourself a 200 stack. You've already got your max crew again, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll show you what it looks like if you do take guns with you, but keep in mind that the guns will get destroyed. See, I have North American Cannon 16s that come from San Francisco. Then also from San Francisco, you have North American iron platings. So I'll go on and equip those. Alright, that's how you do the grind. There's better ways to do it. This is a really hard way to do it, but until you can do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself. Don't think that you can't. I suggest another way, but you have to have a 10 fleet and able to do it. I had to talk to a few people before I can show that grind, but as soon as I do, I will be letting you all know that secret. Don't forget the Barca Race on March 17th, 2017. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is also the server time. I will give a link in the description for that. I will be giving out 400 Astros in the live stream to a lucky viewer that plays the game. If you don't play the game, pick up the game. It's a free game on Steam. It's a free game on OGPlanet. I will leave a link to the download it from OGP. If you want to say thanks for the videos that I've been making and support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. Just drop some love into what I call the tip jar. There's a few things I'm working on as rewards for the Patreons that do support my channel soon. But for now, all I have is the tip jar. Now, as always, my students, get to grinding those skills, getting those ducats saved up for a great ship, and I will see you on the water. Stay safe on the high seas.